Hi everyone, welcome to today's session, and in today's session we are going to discuss about sign convention for spherical mirrors. Sign convention for spherical mirrors. Okay, what are the sign convention when we use in spherical mirrors? These days New Cartesian sign convention is used for measuring the various distances in the ray diagram of spherical mirrors. New Cartesian system. What is Cartesian system? Yeah, according to mathematical terminology, this board is considered as a plane. If we consider this board as a plane, okay, this horizontal line, this is our horizontal line, which is called x-axis. This is our horizontal line, which is called x-axis, x dash, and this is our vertical line. We can call it as y-axis. This is called y-axis. So this x-axis and y-axis are called Cartesian axis, Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane, this x and y are called axis. Okay, so that is sign conventions for spherical mirrors. These days, new Cartesian sign convention is used for measuring the various distances in the sign convention of spherical mirrors. Sign convention of spherical mirror. According to the sign convention, all distances, according to the sign convention, see here, this is our mirror. This is our mirror, spherical mirror. It can be either concave mirror or convex mirror, whatever it may be. Okay, so this is our principal axis, x, y, and what is this? This is our pole. Suppose if I place my object, always we will place an object in front of the mirror only. This is my object A, B. According to sign convention, the first point is all distances should be measured from pole. What is the first point? All distances should be measured from pole. So where is the pole? Here is the pole. I mean distance between pole and object. So this is our pole and this is our object. AB is our object. Let me write here. AB is our object. So the distance between pole and object, we can also call it as object distance. That is called object distance. We will represent with letter U. What do you mean by object distance? The distance between pole and object. This distance. This is our object distance. Okay. So coming to first point, all distances should be measured from pole only. Always you have to measure. All the distance should be measured from pole, from here. Okay. For example, this is our direction of incident light. This is our direction of incident light. This is our direction of incident light. Object is placed. This is our object. Is placed in front of the mirror. Object is placed in front of the mirror. you can observe here. We are coming from this side. This is our direction of incident light. This is our direction of incident light. Distances measured in the same direction of incident light. Distances measured in the same direction of incident light are taken as positive. Distances, our second point is distances measured in the same direction of incident light are taken as positive. Distances measured in the same direction of incident light. So this is our direction of incident light. As we know that all distance should be measured from pole only. I mean, from here, if you measure from here, because we have to measure from pole, direction of incident light is this direction. This is the direction of incident light. You can see distances measured in the same direction of incident light are taken as positive. So from this side, if you measure here, from pole to, because the direction of incident light in that direction, so we have to measure in the same direction of incident light. If you measure distances in the same direction of incident light, which will be positive. Distance measured in the same direction of incident light. See, because direction of incident light is this direction, it is coming like this. So we have to measure. If you measure from, actually the first point is all distances should be measured from pole. If you measure from pole, direction of incident light is this direction. If you go from this side to this side, it will be positive. It will be positive because in the direction of incident light. This is in the direction of incident light taken as positive. Okay, if suppose our third point is, if you measure the distances measured in the opposite direction, again is the direction of incident light. See, direction of incident light like this. If suppose if you measure in this direction, main key point is, our key point is pole. All distance should be measured from pole. All the distances should be measured from pole only. So this is the direction of incident light. This is the direction of incident light. If you go in the same direction of incident light, if you measure from this point, then this will be positive. So if suppose if we are measuring from pole to, again is the direction of incident light. Incident light is like this. We are measuring like this. Incident light that side, we are measuring from pole. So what will happen? Again is the direction of incident light. Against the direction of incident light, taken as negative, and here it is positive. So all distances should be measured from pole. That is the first point. And the second point is distances measured in the same direction of incident light. We have to measure from pole. This is the direction of incident light. My left hand side is direction of incident light. My right hand side is, we are measuring from pole in the same direction of incident light, because they both are in the same direction. My incident light, and also I am measuring from pole. That's why in the direction of incident light are taken as positive. If I measure from pole, if I measure distances from pole, because they both are in the same direction. If suppose this is my incident light, but I am measuring from opposite direction. If I measure from opposite direction, then distance will be negative. So let me write distances measured opposite to incident light is taken as negative. Okay, these 2 points you have to understand. The main key role, pole will plays main key role. Incident light is coming from like that. If we are measuring from pole to this side, it will be positive. Incident light, direction of incident light from left to right. But if we measure the distance from pole to, from right to left, then we have to take against the direction of incident light is taken as negative. Of the distance is negative. This is my third point. And what about the fourth point? See here, the fourth point is distances measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis. Distances measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis. For example, you see, this is my object. See, what is the direction of distances measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis. This is our principal axis. See, this is like this. Upward is there. If you go upward, then the distance measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis are taken as positive. In this case, what? Which will be positive. For example, let the height of this is my object. Suppose the height of the object is 2 cm, then what I have to write? I have to write as plus 2 cm. Okay, we have observed many images, they are vertically downwards. So, for example, if I place an object here, I got the image here. I got the image over here. Downward. You can see distances measured downward and perpendicular to the principal axis. Downward and perpendicular to the principal axis. For suppose I got the image here. I got the image over here. This is my intersection point. See, if you measure distances upward and perpendicular to the principal axis, you can take it as positive. Distances measured downward and perpendicular to the principal axis. This is nothing but perpendicular. Distances measured downward and perpendicular to the principal axis are taken as negative here. If it is upward, we have to take positive. If it is downward, we have to take negative. How to remember these all points? I can say in one simple shortcut. As we know that this is our Cartesian plane. You can see here. This is called our origin. This is x-axis and this is our y-axis. As we know, when we move from 0 to left hand side, 0 to right hand side on the number line, which will be positive numbers. When we move from 0 to left hand side on the number line, which will be negative numbers. When we go up, it will be positive. When we come to down, it will be negative. The same thing will be applied over here also. So this is our origin. Here origin is nothing but our pole. From pole to right hand side, which is positive. From pole to left hand side, from origin to left hand side, which will be negative. From origin to upward, which will be positive. From origin to downward, which will be negative. Okay, this sign convention plays a crucial role when we are while finding object distance and image distance and focal length of a spherical mirrors. Right? So we have totally 5 points for rules for sign convention. The first point is all distances should be measured from pole. Second point is distances measured in the same direction of incident light are taken as positive. Distances measured opposite to incident light is taken as negative. And the fourth point is distances measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis, are taken as positive. And the last point is distances measured downward and perpendicular to the principal axis are taken as negative. These are the 5 rules for sign convention. So this sign convention which plays a crucial role while we are finding object distance, image distance and focal length of a concave any mirrors, spherical mirrors. Okay. So from this we can come to some conclusions. What are the conclusions? Let me explain. See here, this is our mirror, spherical mirror. This is our pole. Okay, this is our object. This is our object AB. What are the conclusions here? Spherical mirror, object distance. Object distance we can represent with letter U, and image distance V, and focal length F. We have two spherical mirrors. One is concave and other one is convex. I have two mirrors, one is convex and other one is concave. Can you say me what is the object distance for concave mirror? What do you mean by object distance? Object distance is nothing but distance between pole and object. See, here is our object. This is our object AB and this is our pole. This distance is object distance. We can represent with letter U. If suppose if I place an object here, for example, I got image here. This is our image A dash B dash. This is our image A dash B dash. Then the distance between pole and image, which is called as our image distance. What do you mean by focal length? Focal length is nothing but distance between pole and focus. Distance between pole and focus is known as focal length. Got it? My 3 points: object distance, image distance, and focal length. Distance between object and pole is known as object distance. Distance between image and pole is known as image distance. Distance between pole and focus is known as focal length. What is the object distance for concave mirror? Because always we place an object in front of the mirror. You can observe here, this is our object. Always we place object in front of the mirror. Incident light in the direction like this, but we have to measure from opposite to the direction of incident light. So object distance is always negative for both concave mirror and and convex mirror. This is an important some conclusion. From sign convention, we can conclude that object distance for both concave and convex is always negative, because we place object in front of the mirror, but ray will come opposite direction, so always object distance will be negative only. Coming to image distance for concave mirror, sometimes it may be positive, sometimes it may be negative, because for concave mirror you may get real image or virtual image. Actually, totally for concave mirror, totally we have 6 cases. For 5 cases we got real image, but the case which is that if we place an object between pole and focus, we got the image behind the mirror, which is a virtual image. In that case image distance will be positive. So that's why it may be positive or negative. It may be a positive or negative. But coming to convex mirror, object distance, image distance always positive only. Always positive. Because the image formed by convex mirror is always virtual image. The image formed by convex mirror is always virtual image. So image distance for convex mirror is always positive. Now coming to focal length. Focal length is nothing but what? Which is the distance between pole and focus. Distance between pole and focus. So which is also always negative. Focal length is always negative. For concave mirror, but coming to convex mirror, focal length will be positive. These are the some conclusions we got from sign convention. This table plays a crucial role when we are finding object distance or image distance or focal length, for finding characteristics of an image, position of an image, where is the position of an object, what is the focal length. It plays a crucial role, this sign convention table. So I hope you understood today's session about sign convention for spherical mirrors and what are the conclusions we have observed from the sign convention of spherical mirrors. In the next session we are going to discuss about mirror formula, and also we will discuss about magnification. In the next video we will discuss about mirror formula and linear magnification. Okay, thank you.